That's exciting.
Yeah. I need about 12, so I'm almost halfway there. And I can get seasons with her.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a good upgrade.
Yeah, because right now, I don't have any of, well, when I started playing again, it was close to Easter, so I got a couple of the eggs, but not very many. But I don't have any of the achievements for Christmas, Easter, or Halloween.
Hi, Brett. Well, you'll be able to get all those soon.
Yeah. I'm very excited about it.
Let's do this shit. Ooh. I think I just let Samara kill herself. Whoops. Not really whoops. It's Renegade. Alright.
Commander.
Okay, for a second I thought Trainer wasn't saying anything. Or I mean, like, I couldn't hear her voice, rather. So I got a bunch of people who want to talk to me when I go to the Citadel. I suppose I could just go and do that. We're going to be going back to the Citadel anyway. So I'll probably actually go back now so that they'll still talk to me later. Come on. Come on. That was closer than I'd like. There's 2 fuel pickups here, though. Ooh, 750. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, see, I planned ahead this time. There it is. More fuel. It's more fuel than anyone could ever need. We'll see if that gets me to 100%.
Faster than light jump successful.
Indeed. So, I'm probably going to go stop by the Citadel first, and then I will go do the Jacob mission, and then I'm going to do Omega. And my plan is to at least start Omega tonight, if not finish it. We'll see where we get. We'll see where we are at like 9 o'clock. I think we're good on all of these places. The Athena Nebula, there's no reason to go to yet. All right. I planned ahead. I remember you saying specifically that I always go to the bathroom before, like, I start the stream and then leave. I mean, it's really just a ploy, because I don't want to start, like, right away, because then people are still coming in. You know, a few people are still going to be coming in. Alliance docks.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground?
And we can see, I don't know if there's anything we have to turn in. We might as well do that while we're here. Soldier.
I recovered Prothean data drives from Garbug. I'll have them brought here.
Commander Shepard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sergeant, I have a little brother.
Yeah. Here's Garrus. He's going to want to go shoot
Shepard,
some stuff.
If you're feeling up to it, I thought we could do... Shepard, glad you came.
What'd you have in mind?
Something
I'm doing
that
well,
doesn't
Darius.
involve fighting Reapers.
Hello from the United States.
That's hard to find these days. I suppose we could catch a Hanar poetry reading.
No offense, but if the end of the galaxy is coming, I'm not going out on the phrase, "This one feels like a flower."
So?
So, I had
Can't
an
skip
idea.
this. How's everyone's week been? Mine's been okay, but I have a giant bug bite on my arm, and it's awful. It's just terrible. And I think there's another one on my foot. There's been a single mosquito that's been roaming around our apartment. We've been trying to get
Where
it.
are we going?
Somewhere we're not supposed to.
But I have very sensitive
Now
skin.
you're talking.
So, depending on the type of
Ever
insect,
have
a
that
single
one
bite,
thing you
although I
always
suspect there's
wanted
2
to do
bites
before
here,
you died,
but
Shepard?
generally a single bite will cause a
Woken
very
up with a durian
large,
next to me.
Still trying to make
hive
me laugh.
outbreak in a localized
Till it
area.
works.
The whole time, but I never did.
So you got
No. I'd be lying if I...
something on your mind?
It seemed like, are you ready to be a one...
We make
Turian
better friends.
kind of woman?
Yeah, sure.
The only thing that made leaving Earth bearable.
I felt the same way.
Well, here I am.
Wow. There was the part about sleeping together, but this is... I don't know exactly what to do.
Biology report.
You grab the girl and kiss her like you mean it. And run.
Now,
there if you...
Yeah.
Okay, and we're not gonna miss on purpose, like some motherfucking asshole. We're gonna hit the target because we're good enough for that. All right. Shoot the target.
Do it. Nobody alive, maybe, but technically, I died.
Yeah, well, next time...
Yeah, can't you tell by the red eyes and creepy red face? Okay, so we're done here. That keeper looks like he's just... Yeah, he's floating. Look at this guy. That's just the noise I imagine him making. Anything that hovers unnaturally, I imagine makes that, like, floaty UFO noise. Database work. Is this like a free time thing, or are you working off hours? Or maybe you're somewhere in the world that you're still on working hours. I don't know. Tactus. Oh, that's right. We got to do this for Dr. Shakwas. And we're supposed to talk to James because he's, I don't know, getting a tattoo or something stupid. He's right in here by the Batarians.
James?
Commander.
I was about to ask.
Well, I made up my mind.
And you're...
So, technically, I'm just an N7 recruit. So I take... And you know.
Really?
Sure.
Earn it.
Don't take this.
Who, me?
You ever gonna make good?
Later.
You know, now that we're talking to James, I'm going to point out now that I'm not doing that 100 and however many pull-up challenge thing. I'm doing like one, and then I'm just not. I'm done. Oracle databases are a pain. Oracle databases are very widely used, probably more so than SQL in my experience.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
Java and Oracle are the hot things.
Are the refugees
If you can learn Java, and you are...
Someone needs to sort out...
I don't mean any offense by this, but if you're a natural-born U.S. citizen...
CSEC
Yeah, well, not even natural-born, but if you're a U.S. citizen and you know Java, I mean, Oracle is, you know, an extension of that database language, Java database, but you're in high demand.
Beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks... I know you need our...
Don't be a fool.
My mission is our only hope to turn back, and the supply...
Okay, I'll have my...
Okay, we're gonna blaze through this stuff. We're done with that, and we're done here. Yes, James has been spoken to.
Hey.
The dead game meme is, I mean, it's sort of been persistent since the game came out, if I recall. But there's definitely going through a dip of StarCraft 2 right now. It just sort of perpetuates itself as more and more people. Oh, we can talk to Miranda. Cool. As more and more people stop playing, basically. Some people will capitalize and be like, the game's dying. There's still a lot of people that play. I'm just, you know, being a realist, it can still grow, but it's not going to be exponential. It's never going to be huge again, but that doesn't mean it's just going to slowly fade away into nothing. So, I don't know. What I want to tell people that are like, oh, dead game, blah, 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 MOBAs are more popular, I tell them, you're right, MOBAs are more popular. Some people still like playing this, so just leave us alone. If you don't want to be here and be a part of the community with this game, then leave. I'd rather we just got to do what we want to do here and enjoy a game that we still enjoy to play.
It'll be the last time any of us see the Citadel. Soak this in while you can, Javik.
Do not be so dismissive, Commander. Someday the things you
Such as?
order.
Nowadays a lot.
Skip all this.
Hey, Hannah,
They consider
a
you.
pity.
You're really...
I am.
And we can interrupt him
For many.
because he's telling them they have no hope.
Trillions in my cycle. The odds of being among the living are remote. If you
Are they going to realize for the next gen console? I'm not sure what you're referring to here.
If you cannot fight, do not let them capture you. Death is a better outcome.
It's over. We'll never win this.
They're so demoralized.
We won't win any new recruits, but at least they know what they're in for.
It is better to fight with your eyes open than your
I don't think we know anything about the next gen console. Again, White Monk, I'm not sure what you're referring to with realizing the next gen console, but I'll talk about next gen anyway. I feel like you know, Xbox One and PS4 are still relatively new. Nintendo is always like a half gen behind anyway, so the NX, I mean, who knows what the hell that's going to be, or what kind of bizarre features they're going to shove into it that nobody really cares about. I mean, yeah, they may. Yeah, I mean, I should take that back. Generally, the APAC regions enjoy a lot of those type of features that kind of get shoved in there, but I don't know. Home console isn't that popular in the Asia Pacific region as much as it used to be, and in the U.S. U.S. home console is still pretty popular. Oh, Mass Effect.
Miranda, what's going on?
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I mean, I think it's been delayed, so it really depends on when it's released. I assume it would be an Xbox One, PS4, PC type of deal.
Kai Lang? That's slippery.
He's alive.
Look, I don't...
Okay, well, we told her about Kai Lang. We're going to send her the data.
I'm being hunted.
What?
I heard a rumor. Something big. My father...
Legacy?
He hasn't...
And you think...
Exactly.
I wish I could help.
I know. I need to do this myself.
Okay. Keep me posted.
All right, we just got to be careful we don't kill Miranda, because honestly, the slightest mistake will result in Miranda getting killed. Okay, and we can go check out for Din Korlak, which is Zaid's side mission thing. Communism is the worst shit ever. Darius, did you live through Eastern European Iron Curtain communism? How old are you? I don't know. If that's too personal, obviously you don't have to answer, but... I suppose if you're still young, though, your parents may have told you stories.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
Spectre business.
When you're ready.
Okay, we want to listen to all these. Oops, that's the same one.
We understand it took a lot for you. And the risks, if you said it, we'll speak again.
And then Zaid.
You're gonna go on about...
Now, apparently Zaid was supposed to have a much bigger role in this game. Zaid and Kasumi. And there was supposed to be this whole thing with Udina. And then the script got changed, and unfortunately it was just turned into these small side missions for both Zaid and Kasumi. Wow, Aircross, that's interesting.
How long till we killed Korlak?
Once the credits go through.
I'm not, because none of your goddamn...
This is command. Tell me where you...
Yeah, I found myself in the past, you know, reading a lot about Vietnamese refugees and kind of like the
Zaid used to work for
the aftermath of the Vietnam War.
Why?
It's an interesting and sad topic.
Now you know my name. Welcome to Elkar's Combine.
I don't think there's really anything we need from these stores right now. I also don't have much money. Is there anyone to talk to while we're here? I suppose let's go and do the Din Korlak thing now, and then we can talk to Kaidan and Liara. I don't know if Kaidan wants to talk to us here yet or not. In fact, probably should have waited a little bit longer until they all wanted to talk to me on the Citadel before I started coming here and doing all this stuff. Yeah, I still quite enjoy Mass Effect. I mean, I've played it so much that at this point I can't say it is... I don't know. I still like it. I'm excited for the next one, but I don't think I could replay it again after this playthrough. I've just played it so much.
Damn. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. She's a recent acquaintance. How recent? Very. Shit. All right, I'm listening.
I just realized in the background, can you hear gunshots as Zaid kills those people? Or maybe that's something else.
Shepard. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing
I think
up
Zaid's
at the
face
last
model is one of
minute.
the most realistic in the whole game.
Where's Korlak?
2 and 3.
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost
So we have
died because
2
the Turians
second
thought I was still
generation
Cerberus.
Vietnamese immigrants. That's interesting. Well, you're not. I'm second generation, meaning your parents were the immigrants. It's interesting.
You should have gone to CSEC if your life was in danger.
And be thrown into prison?
What intel did you give?
Information on a turn. But if I tell you...
Turn?
We saved your life. Or you could give us.
Okay, you're gonna give us both. Beat him, Zaid.
All right. I tried playing.
Now wait just...
You mind, Zaid?
It'd be a goddamn pleasure.
I'll leave you to it. It'll be a while.
It's...
Oh, okay, so he didn't actually beat him, unfortunately. It was just the threat. That's no fun for this game.
Later. C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with...
Okay, that's done. Caden and Liara. You get that Vola's bombing fleet and then something else. Maybe not something else. I thought we were supposed to get 2 things there. It doesn't matter. I think we've done pretty much everything, like all the argument things. So those are done. Yeah, I think last time I did buy pretty much everything. I think I bought everything that I would want from the stores, because I'm really short on cash right now.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more?
I love this part of the proceeding.
Where's that?
Our Molly.
Doing well.
Yeah.
I was
Kids
very
do dumb things.
We all
I
used
agree.
to. I don't really have a lot of spare time for...
In that case, let's get back. I'm sure work's piled up.
That's right, Liara. We're going to continue our trend of just
Hello,
being
Shepard.
sort of mean to you. Classic.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Thank you for shopping at Nosastra.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine what it's like being a refugee in general.
Casa Fabrication Weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Oh, I have to turn this quest in.
Weshra? I have an audio log.
Give me that XP. Whatever. And I think that's it. I think we just want to talk to Cade, and he's going to want to try to start some romance with us as well, even though we just told Garrus we're going to be hanging out.
For a menu like this.
Maybe it's better if we don't ask how. Or where.
I'm glad we're taking the time to do this. I could use a sanity check.
Things have been pretty crazy.
You know, my life flashed in front of me.
Wow, Darius, that's interesting and sad.
There weren't enough moments like this with people I care about.
How are you feeling these days?
Are things
And
better
grateful
for
that
your
I can
generation,
sit down for
I'd
just
hope?
a second and relax.
Let's talk. So?
Shot of whiskey and
More likely to have...
at my parents' place. Yeah.
All right, Caden, even though he knows with Garrus he's trying to woo
You're not
us.
sleeping, Caden?
Maybe a little rest. Look, we didn't come here.
Here's to that.
Let me tell you something that I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm not the kind of guy who's the life of the party.
Really?
No, it's true. I mean, some people...
Really?
No, seriously, Okay, look.
Yeah, we know, Caden, you're kind of boring.
Mostly, I guess I just wanted you to know that I admire you as a commander.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
I'm glad to be part of it.
What'd you call it? A sand.
See, we didn't have the option to be like, nobody cares, Caden. Just get back to the ship. We got work to do. That's the true renegade option. You've been playing Gothic Armada. You know what? I saw that, and I've watched some of the reviews. I think I'm going to wait for some patching, because apparently I've seen that there's been some crashing on certain systems, so I do plan on getting it. That, the way you describe that makes it sort of sound like Dawn of War 2, where, like, the failing a mission doesn't mean that you just lose the game and have to restart the mission. You just, like, it has consequences for, like, the Tyranid invasion levels and controlling certain assets on the map. So that's pretty interesting. I'm going to go back to the embassies real quick to make sure we've gotten everything there. Yeah, I agree. It's just like an awkward music choice there, Overlord. I guess Joker and Edie, I don't know if they have anything to say to us. I mean, we basically told Joker, don't get into a relationship with Edie because we're bad people. I mean, is that really bad? I mean, I understand she's an AI, but she's in a metal body. It's strange to me. Oh, and so now they're not like together. Like normally they'll be sitting together, and now they're not.
Shall each man find a wife? It is from an old Earth novel.
All right.
It did bring up a new other AIs or experiments only. Are you moping? Moping implies that I feel artificial intelligence is often...
I think now she's like, oh, Jeff doesn't want to...
But also acknowledge that I keep them alive. Am I above them or below?
Give it a rest.
Edie, you're what, 3 years old? If you were human, you'd still be learning to talk. But it is implausible that I am held to the same standards as organic. If I am not subject to the same expectations, thank you, Shepard.
Sure.
If I'm not needed to answer an inquiry, I would like some time alone.
I'll guard the table. Go have fun.
Sorry, Joker. When does Edie undergo rampancy? Rampancy? Yeah, Trisha Helfer, I don't know, she's been more and more prominent with voice acting lately. I think she's a great at voice actor. She's just, you know, sometimes she's given roles that are unfortunate.
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment, please.
Well, good luck with that, Darius. I hope it works out for you.
Welcome to Serta. Thank you for shopping.
I think we've been everywhere. I am going to go back to the docks. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to do the Jacob mission because I want to make sure that I don't lose the opportunity to do that. Though I'm pretty sure it stays on the map until you at least talk to the Quarians, if not all the way through Rannoch. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it just in case. I think that that conversation's going to make something, the Talavi conversation will make something available in the Spectre office, but we don't want to accept it because it, I don't know, she ends up getting killed if you transfer her. Something like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't get the Halo reference. I've honestly never played through any of the Halo games.
Good to see you.
Free Beezy. Yeah, Reaper, I'm just reading now what you're talking about with the BFG. I'm definitely going to pick it up. I just, I didn't want to pre-order it, but I do plan on getting it soon. I'll probably just wait for the first major patch anyway, just in case. Especially if I'm going to record it, I wouldn't want to record it and have it crash. Not, I mean, even if it's very rare, I just would rather not risk it. Losing like 45 minutes of recording is one of the most frustrating things ever. Metagel efficiency increase. I don't really know exactly what that is because it seemed like our Metagel generally healed us up to full. Though it seemed kind of, excuse me, random. Like if I was at 1 health bar, sometimes it would heal 2 or 3, and sometimes it would heal me to full. So I'm not really sure what determines that at all. Garrus must be hanging out somewhere else. He's hanging out. Oh, you know what? I don't think they ever moved. I don't think they ever moved out of this room. I just figured everyone would have something else to say now that I've met with them on the Citadel. It's over here.
Commander.
Later.
Yeah, okay, so they don't. Nobody has anything new to say. That's fine. I do want to go down and I don't remember if I upgraded my Disciple or not, so that's why I'm going to do that. Do I have enough money to do that? I think I did upgrade it. I'm not looking right at it, am I? I'm pretty sure it's upgraded the full way. I'm going to finish this up for Garrus because I'm a nice person. And then I am going to also level up. I like leveling up the things that I have my people using. So the particle rifle would be next. I'll just save my money for now, just in case we find some more upgrades that we want later. Because we want to be able to have enough money during Omega to buy all the stuff from the vendor there. Because we don't want to pass that up. Well, actually, I don't think it matters if we pass that stuff up, because if I don't want to use it, then it really doesn't matter. And it's not like I'm going to be doing any sort of New Game Plus. What am I doing in here? I'm not going to be doing any New Game Plus, so it doesn't really matter to collect all that stuff the first time around. This is a one-and-done type deal. Alright, we're going to do Jacob's mission. Minos Wasteland. It's interesting to think that an entire system is called a wasteland. Something tells me that's bullshit. Is the particle rifle the best rifle in the game? It depends. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's subjective on what is the best weapon in the game. It's pretty good. I just like leveling it up because I have Javik use it because it's the Prothean rifle. So, like I was saying, I like to level up the guns that I have my squad mates use. Let's bring Caden, and let's bring Edie. I suppose that's fitting for a Jacob mission. Actually, no, it would have been Garrison. Edie would have been a better choice. It doesn't matter. We're gonna live and get loud here. All right. What do I have here? This is accuracy. Good, good, good. And then we should have, yeah, larger clip, or larger offhand ammo and damage. Cool. Edie. Oh no, this is Caden. We're gonna have him use that assault rifle. Avenger. Edie is fine. Okay. 8 points. 8 points. Don't care about melee. Don't care about that. Decreases shield charge delay. Sounds great. What's this? All these kill like buffs after a heavy melee attack. We're on the hardest difficulty. We're not using heavy melee unless there's like a really obvious opportunity. Okay. Caden. I guess I'll level up his barrier the full way rather than cryoblast. That's fine. The particle rifle sort of functions similar to the rifles from Mass Effect 1, where it's got like a heat gauge, I'm pretty sure. There's also a gun in the Citadel DLC, which is exactly like the assault rifles from the first game. It makes the same type of bullet sounds, and it's heat-based, so it's pretty neat.
And if I'm reading it right, sounds like more troops are on the way.
Okay, set us down, then get out of here. I need these scientists alive.
I need these scientists alive. I will say, though, once we get through Rannoch, we're mostly done with the game. There are still some quests to do, but they're mostly story quests. There aren't too many side quests after you do a lot of these things that we've done. We've done most of the N7 stuff. I think there's maybe one more. And then that's it. Oh, it's broken. Honestly, I've only used it once or twice just because it seemed neat. I've never used it like in a straight up mission capacity because I really like the Harrier and I really like the Valkyrie. But I could be convinced to give it a shot. Never need to reload. That's appealing. I generally don't have too much an issue with reloading, especially if I'm using the Harrier or the Valkyrie. They have very fast reload speeds. It's all just personal preference in this game. I mean, some guns are objectively better than others, but that doesn't make the worst ones just, like, outright terrible. Could, you know, use whatever you want.
Alright, just keep moving.
Excited about my Disciple now that I have it.
What do these people do to bring this down their heads?
Do we even have anything that can remove this fellow's shields? Can we cryoblast him? They have shield pylons all over the fucking place. Cerberus can be really annoying if they're super set up. Just burn him. Again, can I cryo? Nope, that doesn't work because that blocks most abilities. Yep, I should have brought someone. I should have just brought Liara. I mean, she's particularly good at getting rid of those shields. I can shoot him through the visor, but it gets annoying. Also want to get rid of that shield pylon. And just to show how good the Disciple is, I mean, that range is pretty darn good. I do have a range or an accuracy extender, a range extender, what have you. It also has a pretty fast reload. And if you're close to something, you can pretty much one-hit kill basic ground soldiers. So that's why I quite like it as a shotgun. As a decent-sized clip, I mean, 4 is better than some of the other shotguns at least. Fast reload, Very good range, and you can still one-hit kill things even at range with it because it has such a tight aiming reticule. So tight. Ooh, yeah. Where you at, Jacob?
Jacob! How bad?
I'll live. I think.
Don't die, Jacob. We gotta live and get loud. I remember some people were really upset with the fact that he's just like... He's just with this woman now, even though if you romanced him in Mass Effect 2, he basically just forgot about you and just got together with this other woman. It's kind of funny. And I don't want to sound insensitive, all right? But this woman's skin tone, Dr. Bryn, is confusing to me.
All right. The others didn't make it.
Like, she doesn't look like... I can't tell, like, what... If you could describe her ethnicity, what would you describe her as?
Are they gone? For now, but they'll be back.
Because I wouldn't even say she's, like, half white, half white, half black. You know, I have no idea. It's just like a strange skin tone.
Shepard, this is Dr. Bryn Cole. She's in charge here.
I think they were trying to make it more of a mix, but it didn't really work out, in my opinion.
Scientists mostly.
Civilians?
Call us refugees. If we hadn't run, we'd be dead.
What is the elusive man?
Alright, we're gonna skip all this. Running took guts. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to pick up here.
Jacob did not recognize me. This may be an opportunity to...
Your partner was brave. They wouldn't want you to crumble like this.
She's right.
We're getting out of here alive. I promise.
God damn it, Overlord, that's terrible. Oh, Dr. Archer's here. We can let him kill himself. The renegade thing to do would be let him kill himself, right? I suppose we can lie and he just sort of wanders away and kills himself. It's quite dark.
Commander Shepard, Dr. Gavin Archer, we met.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes, well, after you do. I don't suppose you have any news from there.
Let him worry, and then it's not quite clear from these choices, but if you choose let him worry, he just shoots himself.
I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Oh, God. If anything happens to him,
It's a little late to start caring about him now, don't you think?
David was all I had left. I hoped we might be reunited one day, that I could beg his forgiveness. It will never happen now. A precaution, if I was ever captured by the enemy, or couldn't wake from my nightmare. We both know this is the ending I deserve. God be with you, Commander. He was never with me.
And he's dead. Is that him down there? Yep, there he is. Or maybe... I don't know. He just sort of wandered in that direction, so I assume that's him. Have you ever seen Iron Sky? I am unfamiliar with whatever that is. I assume it's a film? Loading screen. Please wait. Magazine upgrade. I think that automatically upgrades the one that we're using, because I have one of those on my Harrier.
And make sure those samples...
What's the stat?
Still wait. 43.
Pretty fancy.
When you feel...
All right, all right.
A dangerous... No second. And not one... Jacob, you're...
No way. Server.
Will do.
There's a lot of dialogue on this specific mission. I've noticed that there's kind of a consistent theme in some BioWare games, specifically Mass Effect, where like Mass Effect chooses to focus and give you a lot of exposition on some stuff that you wouldn't think you'd care about, but they're like, no, we really want you to learn a lot about Dr. Bryn, and we want you to really learn a lot about whoever that guy, Bailey. Like, he's gonna have a ton of dialogue choices when otherwise you just wouldn't really care about him.
What's your relation? We went through a lot.
I don't know what we... It was the elusive man.
I mean, it's not like motherfucking Falaire had a bunch of investigate dialogue options.
Once he'd completed, we honestly thought we had it. I don't know what we...
Okay. And there's also some microscope thing that we can get. Yeah, there it is.
Some kind of poison tailored to Turians.
I'm not sure if I'm going to play Total War Warhammer. I haven't really played any of the other Total War games. It is tempting.
Let me. I'll purge it and meet you in the shuttle bay. Let's just focus on getting out of here alive.
Go. Just go.
It certainly looks good. I'm not really the type to pre-order too much stuff these days, so that's why I'm probably just going to wait at least for like a week or two after release. That's how I usually roll. I'm not trying to be like sanctimonious about being against pre-orders. I certainly pre-ordered some stuff, but if it's a game I'm not 100% on board on, I usually won't pre-order it. I'm also a much bigger fan of Warhammer 40k. It's kind of funny how they're still waiting to release this Warhammer Total War game when they just completely wiped the Warhammer Fantasy story. They like destroyed the whole world or something like that. It's pretty interesting.
Long story. It was an opportunity I couldn't resist for people I came to care about.
Yeah, you're right. Falaire was boring, and so is Dr. Bryn Cole. Like, I do not care about her any more than I cared about someone like Falaire, but we still have a giant investigate dialogue wheel with Dr. Cole.
Seems like a waste of your skills.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Katarn, that sounds really strange.
Guess I've known her for... We had a lot in common. Then she came.
And I mean, sure, Jacob has dialogue options, but you know what? They're all about fucking Dr. Cole.
Yeah, building a life. I'm important.
Sure.
No, Shepard. But you won't.
Okay. Okay. Glad we had a chance to talk. No, 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 no.
You bet.
Jacob, I just want to live and get loud, buddy.
I thought we covered our bases.
What am I supposed to be doing?
These people had no plan beyond hiding. They didn't stand.
Oh, Cerberus doesn't really invade inside until we come back. I thought there was like a thing in here. Maybe it's up the... It's got to be up the ladder. It works here because Jacob is boring. Got that right. I own a lot of Total War games, you know. I think like a giant bundle went 75% off, so of course I bought it. And I don't think I've even opened one of them. So here's how we're going to roll with this. We're going to do this, and then... Well, let's let that blow up. That did not do very much damage, did it? And we're going to hit these guys with double overload. Or fucking... Yeah, sure, use Reeve. Did I hit... No, I told him to use overload, didn't I? Yeah, sure. Call for reinforcements. Bring them to my doorstep.
We must locate the satellite
tower. This is the one mission in the game that has the same music as Overlord, the DLC for Mass Effect 2. I don't think there's anything to pick up here. I just want to make sure I'm getting all this good stuff. Then they come from behind us and in front of us. Nope, that was a waste. Wow, I shot that guy to midair. It's satisfying. Really? How many are there? Okay, so rather than hitting that switch, I'm going to go and look around. I think there's also something to get. Yeah, there it is. Give me that cash. There may be a ladder to climb around here, I think. To get, like, up. Maybe that's at a different part in the level. Must be a different part of the level, but I thought there was somewhere to go up. I don't know. I don't remember these very well. Some of these missions are just a blur.
Jacob, dish should be back online now.
Affirmative, but the guns are still down. You'll need to manually activate them. Head back to the front of the facility.
A stabilizing element? What does that even mean? That does not sound very flattering for BioWare to have said. How do we... Oh, it's this thing over here. Ow. Let's use our handy-dandy new meta-gel here in a second. Oh my god, the efficiency. Thank you, Dr. Chakwas. There's a shield pylon up there we gotta get. Actually, I just want to get all the way up here first. Please back up. There we go. Shield pylon's way back there. That needs to go. That almost certainly didn't kill it, and now it's in smoke. There we go. There we go. And then we just start hitting him with overload. Stop throwing grenades! God damn it. Stop it. I love shooting them as they drop down, because they're like stationary for at least 2 seconds as they're just slowly falling. There's a guy in a gun up there. I don't think you can kill him. You may be able to, but I don't think you can.
Gotta get him off that gun.
Maybe we can. Oh yeah, we can easily. We can definitely. That was easy. He was just totally faced away from us. Sure. I, honest to God, did not realize that you could even kill that guy. Okay. I just totally let that happen without reacting. Doesn't matter. Maybe I just killed him. Yep. Nope. Yeah, that's maybe a different guy. Doesn't matter.
We have to get up there and activate those AA guns manually.
Oh, look at that fella. He's in the worst kind of position. He saw a bird. He liked the bird. Okay, that should be everybody down here. And there's some way to get up there, but I don't quite remember how. There's like a button you have to push to lower the ladder? No, it's just broken. I don't remember. Either way. Look, a sniper rifle piercing mod. Hey, Deltron. Yeah, see, there's something over there. I think you just have to drop down from the roof to get it. Oh, yeah. I'm doing pretty well. Get out of the way, Edie. Get out of the way. There we go. I'm doing okay. This bug bite on my arm is bothering me. Okay, so we are going to pick up this stuff. Oh yeah, level 52.
Okay, one of us has to make...
Probably always gonna pick Edie. She's a goddamn machine.
Just you and me.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. No, get on the gun. Fucking phantoms jumping around. How do you fucking like this shit? Probably not very much. Yes, explode into several pieces, you asshole.
More time is required.
More time is required, meaning kill all the enemies on the screen and then the time will magically be up. Someone still alive up here? No, alright. This is absurd. This does not do very much damage against barriers, does it? Hello? Mr. Phantom? Mrs. Phantom? Whoever you might be. See, if they just had a gun, then they might have had a chance.
Guns may now be brought online.
Gotcha. I'm on it.
Yes, yes, it's a mosquito bite. I don't know. I have very sensitive skin. My skin is allergic to many things, including most sunscreens. I have to use baby sunscreen. So,
The other gun's still down. Let's get over there.
kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, we push this bad boy in. But yeah, I have the equivalent of like a small hives patch on the back of my right arm. It's a pain. Not pleasant.
Copy that. Let's get these people out of here.
Warp us out. Haha.
Where we at?
On track.
Commander, when?
Almost.
Agreed.
And we don't want... Your call.
All right.
Evacuation is go. Evacuation is go.
The first transport is away. The first transport is away.
Have the guns punch a hole in the perimeter, then launch Shuttle 1.
This is like a pathetic mockery of the Battle of Hoth.
Shuttle 1 is away.
All right, everyone here, head to the shuttle bay and...
Suicide fighter took out one of the guns. Cerberus troops are...
Get those people out of here.
Oh no! We've been found! Yeah, just keep dropping in the same spot, you clowns. Also, where were they coming from? Maybe up there?
Shuttles are loaded. We need you at the landing area to make sure they get away. I'll meet you down there.
Alright. The last area of this map is actually kind of annoying. I'll be the first to say it.
Clear the shuttle bay first so we can bring the door up. Then get out to the landing pad. Understood.
Hello.
Jacob, bring up the main door.
Got it, Shepard. Will do.
Do you sometimes feel like, I must record another video this day? And with which programs you're recording? Yes. It depends. I do enjoy most of the series that I play. So if I'm understanding your question correctly, you're asking, do I not enjoy recording all the time? Which, I mean, I enjoy recording most of the time. But there's some days where, like, I had a long day at work, but I don't have something recorded for the next day, so I need to record something. That's happened to me before. Especially if it's something like a really tedious series, pretty much all the StarCraft videos I've done can get kind of tedious. And I can't say that I am incredibly thrilled to record those on days when I'm really not feeling it. Like, I need to be in a good mood. Would you fuck off, please? That guy, not the person asking the question. And I use XSplit to record because I got, I was a paid member pretty much right when it came out. I paid like $40. That's actually all I've ever paid, was about $40. And they just keep giving me free extensions because I was one of the first people. God damn it, who said Rouge 1? Maybe if we're lucky, this love of Star Wars sweeping the country will finally teach people how to properly spell rogue.
Jacob, come in. What's your status?
Wow, if you do enough damage, those shields just break. I didn't know that.
One more shuttle of refugees to go, right? Affirmative. Got this. Just need to hold them a little longer.
Phantoms. And we're going to have an Atlas here pretty soon. Don't be stabbing my robot. Yeah, you're going to use a sword on a fucking metal robot. Smart. I mean, it worked, but still silly. Okay, so I'm going to turn on disruptor ammo. Yeah, because of this thing. Give me some of those tech explosions. Doesn't. Caden just took that one on the fucking chin. There we go. That should do it. And I think that's all the enemies, too. Oh, no, never mind. There's an engineer. Don't be setting up any turrets, buddy.
Jacob, landing area clear.
Yeah, Bandicam is nice. Bandicam's fine. It's, as long... I mean, you have to pay to get rid of the watermark. The watermark can be kind of annoying. Depending on what you're trying to do, I mean, the watermark isn't a big deal if you're just making some short tutorial videos or something. Yeah, I think Rogue One could be fine. Not fine, but I think it could be good. I mean, I think Force Awakens was pretty good, regardless. I mean, you kind of also have to you have to take it out of context of Star Wars. You know, if you're a really big Star Wars fan, you're probably going to hold it to higher standards. You know, I thought, as a huge Star Wars fan myself, I try to think, like, what if I maybe only saw A New Hope and thought it was like, this seems okay. Like, my wife, she's, you know, not a huge Star Wars fan. She's seen them, but, you know, it's not like her shtick. My shtick is Star Wars, hers is not, but she really enjoyed The Force Awakens. So I really think the IP is now owned by a group of people who have a passion for it and seem to be sticking to this motto of no bad Star Wars movies. Like, under no circumstances will we underfund or undercast a film with a Star Wars label on it such that it would be poor. That's my thought on how Disney is handling these.
You too, Jacob. I need you.
Of course.
And you know, say what you want about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but again, as someone who's not huge into comic books, I feel like those movies are fun. They don't take themselves too seriously.
Too bad.
And they're just fun movies. Like, if you're going to a movie to kind of take a break from your adult life, I feel like Marvel films are fine. They're fun. They're fun movies.
Thanks.
Shepard, when this mess is over, drinks are on me. Be safe out there.
Yeah, I agree. I wish they would have included some different starfighters in The Force Awakens. I mean, they crammed so much into that film. They crammed in, I think, maybe more than necessary into that film. Like, it's just a nostalgia fest that J.J. Abrams apparently has claimed it was a palate cleanser from the prequels, which is kind of funny. It's like so much nostalgia that there wasn't too much original with the film, but the fact that we have Rian Johnson directing Episode 8, I think, I do agree. I think Episode 7 was kind of a palate cleanser. It was still a fun film, even though you can draw so many obvious connections to the original trilogy, but I think Episode 8 is going to be different. Very different than what we're used to, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I can agree with that, Overlord, how the Marvel movies are more genre films as opposed to, you know, source material adaptations, if you will. And yeah, Deltron, I think, yeah, that's a great example. Same, is just people who aren't necessarily super into Star Wars can watch The Force Awakens and be interested in it.
On your mind.
I think it was just a well-made film that can appeal to many audiences. And that's kind of the point. I mean, Disney bought this IP, and they're trying to make it appeal to a larger audience. Whereas, you know, you've got the Star Trek, Star Wars typical audience, right? Like, early 20s, mid... I should also point out that I'm not saying something is wrong with the people that, you know, liked the original brand of Star Wars. It's just it was marketed in a specific direction, and that's what they got. And now they're working hard to they're really working hard to change that. It's very clear. You can tell with all the advertising across the movies, Star Wars Rebels, even like toy commercials for Star Wars. You can see they're working very hard to expand the brand.
Nice work.
I think that's great. I think that's just fine.
Those little stamp things under their cockpits for each kill. I'm thinking of getting one by the galaxy map every time I analyze the crap out of some data.
You're turning into
I resemble that statement too.
Yes, well, I guess you're rubbing off on me.
You'd like that trainer, wouldn't you?
Commander, it feels good to bring someone out alive. Commander?
Okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna go and talk to everybody. I should also point out that I'm not saying something is wrong with the people that, you know, liked the original brand of Star Wars. It's just it was marketed in a specific direction, and that's what they got. And now they're working hard to expand that. That doesn't mean that the original fan base is going to be neglected in any way or put off. At least I haven't been.
You chicken?
I'm glad Jacob saw through the illusion.
Hey, Commander.
Don't mind us, just
Hey, Commander.
later.
Okay. Yeah, Brett just went crazy with Legos for like a month. That's how he rolls. He gets real excited about something, and then he abandons it like an asshole. I'm just kidding. Brett, I don't know if you're here, but...
Indulge my... You grab the glass. And Jeff says, oh, Shepard. And you are...
All right, we boozed it up with Dr. Chakwas.
Consider it a lady's prerogative, then. To a woman I respect. And to you. And good for...
It's kind of funny. I think Dr. Chakwas uses that as an opportunity to explain why everyone calls you Shepard and not by the first name that you chose in Mass Effect 1.
Think you can win this, huh?
I can do this all day, Scars.
Funny you mentioned those. Ever hear the name Arcane?
Tara and I put together 2 Lego sets. We put together an AT-AT, and we put together a Star Destroyer. Speaking of Star Destroyer Legos, did anyone see that crazy cool? Like it was like 4 times the size of the normal Star Destroyer series. Someone like custom built a giant Star Destroyer out of Legos. If someone knows what I'm talking about, you should link it in the chat. Health bonus. We don't need the surgery. We want to keep them scars. Oh, look, more Bryn Cole information. Thanks, Liara.
At your service.
And if nobody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, I will find it and link it for you. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really neat. Man, I love Legos. I think a lot of people love Legos. It's just the price point is too much. Unless you're getting like real small sets. It's just the sets are too expensive.
Those humans you saved were fortunate.
Like I don't want to be dropping $70 to $100 for a reasonable sized set.
Nowhere left to run. I trust you. Perhaps later, Commander.
Brett started streaming again. I guess he fixed his capture card. He turned on some sort of DRM thing on it that stopped it from being able to broadcast. He didn't realize what he had done, and now he's got it fixed. I don't know how often he's going to be streaming, but he was streaming every day.
I need a folding chair or something. Does Dr. Tassoni ever let you in her room? Do we need to talk, Commander?
I warned him. I'm like, if you start playing Twilight Princess, you're going to hate it. I think maybe his subconscious had him turn that DRM whatever on because it was like, please don't put us through this misery of playing through Skyward Sword, please.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Did I say Twilight Princess? I meant Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is, in my personal opinion, one of the worst Zelda titles. Terrible. I hated it. The Danish economy.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
I agree, Sprome. I could cheat. If I were to do that, I would make it known. I wouldn't want people to think that I was cheating and like keeping it a secret. That could help. I think part of the fun is on some of the maps where I struggle. Recording is not easy. It does take some effort. It took a lot of fucking Caden. It did take a lot of time to get used to being able to play and commentate, and I don't think anybody can get it right, not like all the time. People on some videos just lose their fucking mind if I like miss a tome in Warcraft. I'll get like 4 or 5 comments of people who otherwise wouldn't leave a comment, but they'll comment like, you missed a tome at this timestamp.
I've just been sitting here thinking.
Missed a tome at this timestamp. And even though there's 3 other comments of people saying you missed a tome at this timestamp, the 4th person still has to leave the comment, you missed a tome at this timestamp. And I'm like, look, if I wasn't commentating, you know, my brain is firing on two different directions here. I'm trying to think of things to say, but also play this game at a skill level that is acceptable to finish the mission.
Struggling to get out.
So it's hard to play and not make mistakes while also having commentary that isn't just full of uhs and ums and like. And, you know, I'm not great at it, but I've gotten much better than when I started, that's for sure.
We don't have time to dwell.
Of course.
There are people all over the universe that need our help. The faster we take down the Reapers, the more we can save.
I resemble that statement. I just thought he was saying that the group I was referring to incorporated him.
Was he a good person?
Once? Ever?
Well, he gave me what I needed to stop the collectors.
Right, exactly.
I mean, Sperm, I agree and disagree. I think it's more fun for viewers to watch me play through things blind. If I can't beat a mission, then I would, you know, I would change my line of thinking. But I've been able to complete things, and I think it's more enjoyable to struggle a little bit. It's you know, I don't necessarily look forward to recording the final mission of StarCraft Retribution, which is coming, which I have to do for this week. But if I just looked where all the expansions were early, and I just feel like it would take some of the fun out of playing it, the remaining fun, because it's not that fun to play in the first place. But it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for someone who's playing through these maps who it's, you know, treating it more like a walkthrough, you know, I understand my videos don't quite do that. It's more of a showcase for these maps that have never really been showcased ever before. Yeah, when I originally said I wanted to play Retribution, so many people were like, "Oh yeah, play it." And I played Insurrection, and it was so ridiculous, but the viewership was very low. You know, people think they want, I hate to quote Blizzard, but here's an instance where they would be correct in saying you think you want it, but you don't. People thought they really wanted to see Insurrection and Retribution. They stayed interested for the first couple episodes, and then half the people were like, it's just normal melee StarCraft, I don't care. So it's funny to me to see how people sort of backpedaled on thinking they really wanted Insurrection, because you can't find these maps anywhere. I think the only people that really enjoy it these days are purists who, you know, it's technically StarCraft canon, so I really, really want to see what it has to offer. We can go turn in our... Oh, we got to talk to Miranda again and turn in our other quest. And yeah, Deltrin, you're completely right. You do have to enjoy your recording, and to an extent, I do enjoy Retribution. The enjoyment that I can always find is knowing that I am able to complete the series. I'm one mission away, and it's not that I don't like Retribution, but it is tedious. So if I was doing nothing but recording Retribution, then I would absolutely hate it. But because I have other series that I quite enjoy, as kind of palate cleansers between the Retribution recordings, I can enjoy Retribution for what it is. And frankly, any StarCraft 1 map that you play that's not as good as Legacy of the Confederation is going to play similar to Retribution. I mean, it's StarCraft 1. That's what you're going to get. You're going to be given a base, and you're going to have to, you know, build your tier 1, and you're going to have to defend against very predictable AI attacks. That's just how it is. That's how StarCraft 1 is. So I still like playing it, and that's why I am playing it, but I'm hoping, you know, when we get to like Ascension of Duran and the Celestial whatever series, that kind of stuff, you know, it'll be more diverse, maybe get some more micro missions and that kind of stuff. Where's that Turian poison fellow? Brett, I was talking about how you got your capture card fixed. Are you going to return to Skyward Sword, or you can use this as an opportunity to abandon it forever?
A poison tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this.
No problem, Spurham. Yeah, I've been at this for a little over 2 years now, and, I mean, the best I can tell people just starting out is you're going to hate your own voice, but you will get used to it. I doubt there's ever been a person who heard a recording of their own voice and enjoyed it on the first go. It took me, I would say, longer than a month to be able to hear my own voice and feel like I couldn't cringe at my own voice. It's just, you just sort of get used to it, I suppose. And now I can hear my own voice. It's not a problem. But then on top of that is, yes, learning how to play and commentate at the same time, and kind of accepting that you're never going to be perfect at both. Like I said, I don't have, on-point commentary all the time, but I've certainly gotten better. And on that same token, you're never going to be able to play as good as you would be if you weren't commentating. And that's something that a lot of viewers don't understand, too. A lot of viewers who criticize the way you play, like nitpicky. I don't mean like if you are just absolutely terrible at a game and bombing, then maybe you shouldn't be playing, I agree. But little nitpicky things that really don't affect much, people who nitpick like that, generally, they don't understand. They've never tried it. Nor do I expect everyone to try it, but it's something that you could kind of empathize with if you have.
Trust is a little hard to come by right now.
Of course.
If you can't tell me anything, I'm not taking resources away from the fight.
Fair enough.
Do you guys think that Blizz doesn't add a CC launcher in the main menu because it could hurt their campaign pack sales? That's an interesting point. I mean, I don't think they need to add it on the main menu, but I think they could add it to the arcade.
There's more to it. The elusive man stopped me. Installing the chip might have. After I got.
This is what's. Miranda, you could have taken it. I don't know how.
Thanks.
Apology accepted.
Yes.
Okay.
Guess my fans.
No.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't mess up any of these.
Of course. This thing you have to do.
Don't worry, Shepard.
I'm hopeful that we didn't. I think we did everything we needed to make sure Miranda survives, and still did it in a renegade way, but I'm not sure. Oh, Dark Souls 3. Awesome. Well, she's dead. Maddox talked about negativity on the internet. It's interesting, I kind of went through a period where I had so much to say about negativity in the comments and stuff, and I mean, I have an opinion about it, but I don't really rant about it anymore, because I just don't see the point. I mean, I get really shitty comments sometimes, and I don't know, it just happens, and it's like if you're not willing to deal with it, then you just can't make videos. You can't put yourself out there if you're expecting to get only positivity back.
What the hell are you looking at?
Nothing.
Wondered if you'd show up, Shepard. Figured you'd be too busy recruiting goddamn armies for this war you're in charge of.
I could always use more help.
That's interesting how you bring up the passive agreement. I mean, generally, the people that comment are either going out of their way because they know that the author will appreciate it, and those are the best kind of commenters. Even if it's negative but constructive. Whereas
the current leader of the Suns.
I think.
Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once.
That's how I'm reading what Brett was saying too.
Real popular after that.
But I think, yeah, most people who go out of their way to comment, it's just because they have something negative to say, because they did, I have X amount of views on videos, only 1 or 2% of those people translate into comments, so I can assume that the majority of watchers were fine with what they watched. You have a tough time with negativity lately, Brett? Have you gotten some shitty people in your chat or something? I'm going to start the Omega mission now. Side quest, DLC, what have you. What? I can't... Alright, just forget it. Let's go to the Normandy and we'll change. I thought I could just use the fast travel there.
Have you discovered a way to run FTL spaceships without an ESO core private to lobby? Yeah,
I've noticed the annoying comments are generally young kids. I have trouble blaming young kids. I think they're very annoying, but I have trouble blaming them for lacking social awareness. A lot of the time, there's also a language barrier issue for some people where, you know, I may misinterpret what they're trying to say as, you know, it comes off negative, but they don't understand, you know, colloquialisms and tones in, a second language that they're using, which, you know, you can't blame either. I think we're going to Dock 42. Yeah, I mean, shit-talking, bad-mannered play, that's partly why I stopped playing Dota 2 as well. I couldn't handle... I mean, I could handle it, but I just got, like, tired of it. That's, like, when I see negative comments, I don't like, seize up, but I just think, like, God, this is, like, why... This is so annoying, you know? I just get kind of, like, sad for that person, and it just sort of takes away from the experience as a whole, but... I tend to delete most blatantly negative things on my channel, like people who personally insult me or other commenters. I'll leave people who are just like, you played bad on this specific spot. But I do make it a habit to respond to people who don't seem like they're outright trolling, but they're just like annoying and nitpicky about something. I'll respond to them and call them out. And I mean, it makes me feel a little better. They rarely respond, or if they do, then they'll get all trolly. Which is enjoyable to me because I know that I could get a bit of a rouse out of them.
This is about your war, Shepard.
And yeah, I agree, Brett. I mean, people can say what they want, and I agree. Deltron #1, you gotta agree. You gotta try to ignore them. But it's human nature not to. One negative comment does really outweigh all the progress that you've made. You'll dwell on one thing. And that's just human nature. And as many people on forums that are, you know, be like, you're doing great, you just gotta ignore it. It doesn't, it's hard to explain, but it just doesn't really help. It's like dwelling on something you've done 20 years ago that was really embarrassing and you cringe to yourself thinking, I can't believe I did that. It's human nature. You can't just think, oh, whatever, just ignore it. I'm fine now. It's just your normally functioning, socially accepting brain. It's just how things go.
He's a merciless bastard. What's your intel? I can tell you this.
So we are going to lure Arya to the dark side as opposed to letting her spare whatever you do with the Paragon Path. You can either like turn her slightly less abrasive or just let her be entirely abrasive. We're going to do that one.
Bray will provide coordinates to my fleet. Oh, and while we're still in the Citadel, please be discreet.
The fleet is hidden in this system. Signal me when you're on your way. Arya and I will meet you on the command ship.
Part of YouTube, and I was actually told that they don't affect anything. They don't even affect your search rankings with likes and dislikes at all. It looks like nothing has changed in the Normandy, so we're just going to go ahead and get this started. Yeah, see, Darius, there you go. It's a nightmare. I've learned that, interestingly enough, it's just a silent majority says nothing, and I think there's groups of... Interesting about the upvotes and downvotes is they're totally anonymous, and that's why I don't really see why they shouldn't even be part of YouTube, and I was actually told that they don't affect anything. They don't even affect your search rankings with likes and dislikes at all. It looks like nothing has changed in the Normandy, so we're just going to go ahead and get this started. Yeah, see, Darius, there you go. It's a nightmare. I've learned that, interestingly enough, it's just a silent majority says nothing, and I think there's groups of people out there who, and not everybody with a social issue is this way, but generally I think you find people who lack social awareness, whether it be a mental or emotional disorder that they may have, or they just don't really get out enough. I think that is who these outspoken people are that tend to ruin a lot of stuff for other folks. Let's give her the Piranha. I don't know what this gun does, but I'm just gonna give it to her. It seems fitting for her. But yeah, Nisei Katarna's right. The upvotes, downvotes, they confirm nothing. That's the thing. If I get a downvote, if someone doesn't like my video, them just downvoting it does nothing. It's basically saying, I don't like this, nor do I care enough to want to stay and see if I can, like, if you would improve. If that makes sense, you know? Like, what's the point? Let's do this. And this. And this. Yeah, so, I mean, I would rather have someone leave a comment on the video that says, you missed the tome, rather than just a downvote. And it's not that the downvote gets on my nerves, but if someone is watching and they actually don't, they actually don't like it for whatever reason, then they can leave a comment explaining why, as opposed to just downvoting, I guess. But generally, the people that nitpick a lot, I just think, like, go watch another series. Why? I mean, that's the way I justify it to myself. I just don't care. I just don't care what people who have, negative things to say. I just don't really care. And it's not that I'm not willing to change. It's like I have something good going for my channel, and it's clearly working for me. So I don't see a reason to make bizarre changes that some nitpicking person says I need to do. Let's do Carnage. Just a nice little nuke. In retrospect... Oh, don't tell me that undo... Oh, it undoes them all! Crap! That's alright. It's alright. Damage and force. This guy. This guy. I decided against Carnage because I'm going mostly biotics with her. Well, that's what I was saying, Overlord, is likes and dislikes don't actually count towards your analytics in any way. It doesn't make you, It doesn't make anything change when it comes to your search rankings or anything, interestingly enough. It used to, and it doesn't anymore. So I don't even know why they exist. Biotic Boss. So we could do like a Flare Lash combo. Maybe, in retrospect, I should have done Reeve Lash. I could still reset it, but I really don't want to reset it again. We're going to be fine either way. But there's really no point in dwelling on it. So that's why I don't too much. But I do take a little pleasure in... I do respond to some. And again, when I think it's someone who's just socially oblivious and not just a straight up troll, but they're just so stupid socially, I do like responding to them, because some people need to be called out sometimes. That's the only way they're gonna learn. And I'm not saying that I'm definitely gonna cause some sort of bizarre change, but sometimes people need a reality check. They need to realize that you're still talking to a real person. And yeah. Some people know that, and they're trolls, and I think most people that leave stupid comments actually are not trolls. I think they're just dumb people who don't make any sort of real social connection. They don't understand that people are real people. That's pretty much that. Yeah, Sprom, I've seen that too. That's another thing, is how some people have dislike bots. They'll just go through all your videos and downvote them. If you piss the wrong person off, they're just gonna downvote everything on your channel. The lengths that people would go, it's just silly to me. Even if it only takes 10 minutes to set up, the fact that somebody would do that because they saw one video of mine that they didn't like. Because I'm pretty sure I've never done anything like offensive or anything, but it's funny to think that someone would waste their time to do that. That is almost amusing. Like, I would almost enjoy that if that happened to me, just because I like to imagine someone is so affected by what I've done that they have to waste their time to set up a downvote bot.
Did you get the captain to say
It's hilarious.
the hard way? That's right. Nice and slow.
I feel like talking about it this much makes me sound like really defensive about it, but I don't know. I can't emphasize enough that I've put a lot of thought into this. You kind of have to when you're a content creator, because you do get a lot of negative comments, and it's not easy to just ignore them. So you kind of have to rationalize it in your own way, and mine is, and I think it's absolutely true, is it's not that these people are trolls, they're just completely socially oblivious people. And it's like, I feel kind of bad for them to an extent because they're so alone. Like, they think they're smarter than everyone around them, and it's just, it's sad. It's really sad.
Interesting. Put him through.
Or yes, or they're ill. Obviously, you know, I have trouble blaming people because you don't know how many people have, you know, they may be on an autism spectrum or some other social disorder, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the second you start becoming abrasive to people, that's you know, what are you gonna do?
I doubt the elusive man thinks of me that highly.
I do my own research, Commander. A pity you left, Cerberus. We all sabotage ourselves in nefarious ways. Perhaps deep down you fear. And Arya clearly.
I kind of think that they wrote this guy to be some sort of evil genius, but he doesn't really do anything. He doesn't do anything like super evil geniusy. Like, he traps you in a room once, and that's like his master plan, and that's it.
Yeah, he does. Let's see what that went well. Set preset course.
I suppose he does sort of nix our master invasion plan here at the start.
Omega's kinetic barrier will stop my ships from landing. I equipped this cruiser with disruptors to take it out on impact.
Oh, but her plan was to just crash into the thing, so. Overlord Moo, I kind of want to just let this play out for you to watch, but I'm still going to be skipping most of the dialogue.
We can make it. Arya, don't be stupid. Sound the evac. Damn it. Program escape pods for the station. Let's go. Everyone out. There's no time.
You know what's interesting, Brett, is that, yeah, on your stream, I've noticed, like, you've had, like, I've seen maybe 2 or 3 trolls that had to get banned, and I don't think I've ever gotten anyone in my chat that's been, like, a Twitch troll. It's interesting. I don't know. Like, how do they find certain channels? Maybe it's because I'm playing Mass Effect 3, which nobody plays. Like, nobody cares about anymore. Explosions. I also can't skip this, by the way. Even if I wanted to. This isn't skippable. I think this expansion, I think this DLC is actually pretty neat. I think a lot of people didn't like it because they wanted more DLC related to the Reapers, just to make the ending mean something, and they got a little bit from Leviathan, but not much here. But I kind of like this in retrospect. I think it's a nice little side story, and yeah, Darius, you bring up a good point about that too. It's the anonymity effect. It's an interesting phenomenon, you know. It's pretty unique to our generation.
In combat, what you say goes. Makes sense.
She's basically saying, you can tell me what powers to cast.
We need to go, and you can get us there. Okay, let's move.
All right. I kind of like how they just throw you in, like, straight from the cinematic. They just throw you into this battle. Oh, and I'm gonna pick up the Valkyrie here. Though honestly, I like the hair. I like them both. The Valkyrie is an interesting weapon. You need to be more accurate with it because it's a 2-round burst. Explode! Should be it. There may be another Centurion somewhere. Hello? So what can she even do here? I was gonna do a Reeve Lash combo, right? I guess let's try it. Well, what's the cooldown on Reeve? Let's see. That's pretty long. Sorry, we're not doing that. I just don't think she's really built for really good biotic combos. And you don't get any. Well, you do get another squad mate later, but you only for part of this whole expansion. Then she's gone. There are unique enemies. The weapons, I think they brought them from multiplayer, so they're not like brand new weapons, but I am going to be picking up the N7 Valkyrie, which is an assault rifle that I quite enjoy. So you'll see me use that. There's 2 new enemies that are kind of neat. They're pretty interesting. They definitely add a little bit to the campaign, at least. I don't think they're in multiplayer. But they sort of make the Cerberus faction a little more threatening. It's not just turrets and grenades. I don't think there's anything else to pick up in here. And again, yeah, if you haven't played this, I'm gonna keep playing it like I was, which is skipping most of the dialogue. But if you're interested, you know, go check out another playthrough. Just warning you now.
Arya to fleet. You alive out there?
Barely. Holding our own with the Cerberus fleet, but Omega's defenses are shredding us.
Keep my army intact, Jero. That is your only job.
Okay. One thing that they improved on a lot with the DLCs is they put grenades. They put a lot more grenades out everywhere, which that was a big problem. Not a problem that I had, but it was a weakness in some of the other missions. Is that you start with grenades, and grenades seem like they'd be a big deal because I think most classes, or maybe at least half the classes, have some type of grenade, like biotic grenades or frag grenades, and you have no way to refill them on a lot of the vanilla missions. And I feel like that was an oversight. I don't know why they didn't include more grenade pickups. But in the DLCs, you'll notice, specifically the DLCs, they changed that. There's a ton of grenade pickups everywhere on Omega, on the Citadel DLC,
Bray, you there?
and the Leviathan DLC.
Only 6 pods made it. Various entry points.
Rally them to you, then head for the rendezvous hangar. Start prepping for our ships to land.
Data disk times? I'm not... Maybe something was lost in translation there. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I agree, though. I don't like DLC either.
Ships get obliterated out there.
Luckily, I'm kind of at the point in my life now. I'm fairly comfortable. If I want to buy DLC, I can, but I'm still never happy about it, you know? Never happy to pay more to get some fun content. Sort of just the model these days. Just flare this guy. Yeah. It's a good ability. Huge cooldown, though. I think you can take flare, actually. I think you have the opportunity to take that ability from Arya once this is over. Alright, don't let him put any more turrets down.
Getting close. Those cannons have to be stopped.
I'm a little nervous about the final room of this DLC. The afterlife fight. It may take me a couple tries. It's quite challenging.
This way.
My death count hasn't been too bad this game. There was one day I was like really off. It was after I had taken a really long break from the game. But I think I've been back on. I haven't died since after that N7 mission, the abductions mission. I expect to have some deaths here, though. Not right here, but in this DLC. Is she doing this or what? Hello? Oh, I have to talk to her.
The next area needs to be repressurized. Initiating.
Pretty sure they dropped down over here.
Intruders located. Stop them here.
Yeah. My grenades are not leveled up. I mean, I want to use grenades, but they're just not leveled up enough to make it worth it. And the fire explosion combo is just way more effective. Oh! Oh! Look at that asshole. Flared. Alright, gone. I like the noise that the Nemesis makes when she dies. It's like, wah, bah, 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 as like the comm unit malfunctions or something. It's really neat.
That's done it. One of our pods.
We were lucky. Press on.
Brett, if you have a blog, I'd love to read it.
Can't keep up evasive maneuvers much longer.
We're right outside the defense station. Hold tight.
I was gonna say, are there enemies in here or what? That ability is crazy. I mean, it doesn't do as much damage as you would expect, but we're also on whatever insanity. I was wanted to call it brutal. Whatever the difficulty is called here. Okay, the cooldown is a bit too high. This guy's facing the other way. Cool.
Clear. Get to the controls.
Man, I kind of want to stick with the Harrier. I've had a good time with it thus far, but I feel like it's time for a change. I think I will switch to the Valkyrie. Even though I think maybe the Harrier is better, but I think I'll switch to the Valkyrie. If you use the Valkyrie, I would recommend applying a weapon stabilizer mod, which I'll probably replace the offhand ammo pack with it, or the larger clip size, or whatever it is that I'm using, other than the damage. Just looking around to see if there's credits to pick up here. Actually, I don't think there's any in this room. Who will be the new Obama? Do you mean who's the next president gonna be?
Jarl, defenses
Lord,
are
I don't know.
signal the surviving ships to converge on the rendezvous point.
Politics is not something I'm too into discussing with strangers. Well, it's not like you guys are strangers. I've been speaking with you for a while, but you know, it's a dangerous topic.
Status.
Hard achievements and Nova missions. Yes, I have. I've done all the Nova achievements. I think that one was probably the hardest one. The 35 population cap was tough.
Prep for reception. What exactly is this rendezvous point? That's where we're headed.
I thought the Nova missions were great, actually. I mean, I don't have that much invested in StarCraft lore. So even with the StarCraft 2 campaigns, I think I went through a period where I was really unhappy that, oh, StarCraft's story has been destroyed. And I mean, that's a fine opinion to have. I don't feel invested in it, so I was happy with the Nova missions regardless of the story, just because the missions were very fun to play gameplay-wise. And the story actually seems fine for Nova. The story seems interesting. It's new. You know, Heart of the Swarm story is never going to be something that really grabs me. But those missions are still pretty fun to play. I think I did the population cap with the Nova missions by,
The general knows where we're going.
I think, not making any SCVs and just trying to fill up the garrisons really fast, because it's, you know, it lowers the amount of units you need to defend, because you need to keep your pop cap so low.
Take the far exit. I've locked down the way we came.
Oh yeah, the engineering choice. It's when he threatens to open the airlocks to certain locations. You can still get past that area the same if you have a high enough reputation, which I definitely do. But if you're an engineer, you can skip the entire segment by overriding whatever he's trying to do through a computer. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, Overlord, yeah, brings up exactly. It's the only time in this game that your class matters outside of combat.
We're causing a stir. Good.
Yeah, I am quite interested to see who the Defenders of Man are. Again, I'm not like invested in it. Like if it's someone that I don't, you know, if it's like it turns out to be some weird, bizarre, just unknown terrorist group that Blizzard made up, then I think I would be fine with that too. Just because, again, I don't feel super invested. All right, but really, fella, you need it. You're killing me here. Get up. Can I just walk through this thing? Yeah. Okay. Oh god. Oh, there's a grenade there.
Feels good to let loose.
That was a really risky heavy melee when there was a grenade on top of me. Just checking for pickups here. I think I've gotten everything. Yeah, there's money in this room already. I don't think I'm going to be finishing this whole DLC tonight though. It's quite long. Yeah, it seems like the consensus is a lot of people think it'd be cool if it was the UED. Like, even just UED remnants, just trying to stir shit up. That would be quite interesting.
I feel like I'm back. Strange. What are those things in the distance?
Some kind of force field.
That's not good.
We're actually about to come across one of the new enemies. This section is quite well designed because what it does is it forces you to go around and destroy shield pylons, because there's shield pylons all over the place, and they're like hidden in hidden like around corners and stuff. So then you have to deal with these guys this way. Come on now. Wrong. Oh. Oh, there's another. There must be another shield pylon somewhere. Well, that's exactly what I was saying. There's shield pylons everywhere, and they're kind of annoying.
We're getting close to the rendezvous. Let's move.
Oh, here we go. Max is alive and half protest now. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the fun of it, is trying to guess this stuff. And I think after Heart of the Swarm, they kind of took the fun and the guessing out of the StarCraft 2 plot, which is why people didn't care as much. But this Defenders of Man thing, it could be really interesting. And even if it's not, they left an open-ended thing where people are intrigued and want to try to figure it out. So that's pretty fun.
Talents. They used to deface my property too.
Brett, you should play. I'm probably going to be streaming for about another half hour.
The talent symbol again.
I think the Valkyrie's right in here.
Might be useful.
Maybe not. That's just scrap metal. I think the Valkyrie's after we meet the gang leader. Spoilers on who that is.
One of my soldiers by the force.
Don't do it, Big Beeman.
What the hell is he doing?
It's like such an exaggerated death sequence. So these are the new Cerberus robots things. They're exclusively armored, and they can become invulnerable for a short period of time. Actually pretty neat.
Those mechs are coming through the
I tend to use this is where I tend to use my shotgun like crazy. It's quite effective against these guys. And you just use and I think they have this tech armor. I think that's tech armor that they put on as well. But they do become invulnerable, which does protect them a little bit against explosions. They put on that tech armor, and then they try to run up to you, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Any enemy that just breaks cover and runs directly at you is some of the most annoying enemies, in my opinion. So, like Husks, even though they're easy to kill, if they force you out of cover into range of like a Ravager or something, you're fucked. So
Need to check out that force field.
that combination of units can be tough. I think if, you know, with the Ravager mechs plus like an Atlas mech, you could be in serious trouble. Also, when they die, they leave these corpses on the ground. If you run through those, you take a lot of damage.
Not this time. Come here. This way.
I would love a Stukov DLC. That would be a good way to reintroduce the UED. Is like the UED sends a small fleet just to see what happened to the first one, and Stukov, you know, you struggle with, you have some opportunity to rejoin the UED or, you know, retain your loyalties in the Kaprulu sector. That would be an interesting. They could make that interesting. Or Stukov invading Earth with the Zerg would be really, really crazy. I don't think running into the force field hurts you. I think it's just an invisible wall, even though we saw that Vorcha be lit aflame. I think we get the Valkyrie assault rifle right after this cutscene.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Spirits, look who's back. Arya Tilo.
Nyreen.
Playing cat and mouse.
My.
If you hadn't,
Looks like you passed out your...
you're mistaken, Camille.
Shepard, this is... I've got a lot of... Follow us.
I'll do my best.
I won't fall back to get...
Don't worry.
Alright, so this woman is now on our team. She is a female Turian. I think she's the first female Turian that we've ever seen, ever. Now we can start leveling up that frag grenade. Damage by 20%, damage by 30%. This one I always struggle with. Like, I want to be able to carry more. I think I would just get the... the damage. And I generally only use it against organics anyway. Very rare. I mean, I guess Geth. We're going to be attacking Geth here pretty soon.
Left something behind, I take it.
Not something. Everything.
There it is. I'll use it after this because I can't level it up. I have a level 5 Harrier that I don't want to replace because I can't pay to level up the Valkyrie until after. So I'll start using the Valkyrie once Omega is done because I got to get back to my ship and level it up.
What's the fleet status?
Still landing inside the bunker.
Keep the enemy out. Lock it down. Now.
Lower blast doors. Lower the blast doors.
Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors. Does anyone think it's funny how in Star Wars they took a joke? I mean, they took something that wasn't a joke and turned it into a joke. Does anyone else find that interesting? The whole, like, close the blast doors. Because I'm pretty sure in the original film, they did not say close the blast doors. I think they simply say open the blast doors. Like, they just... Han Solo runs through them, and then the Stormtrooper goes, open the blast doors, open the blast doors. See, they go invulnerable there. You can't hurt them. It's actually a really neat idea for an enemy. But then on the special edition, which came out in, what, like 1999 or 98, they changed it so then the Stormtroopers yell, close the blast doors first, so that they could go, open the blast doors later. Actually, I need to level up. I need to put points into Nyrene's points. I need to put points into Nyrene's points. Yep, you heard it here first, folks. Maybe I'm wrong. Did they say close the blast doors in the original? I swear they did not. But I may be incorrect. I've been known to be wrong. Hey, Aldereth. Nice. Got him. All right, so I'm going to take this opportunity to put points in my squad. Recharge speed, please. Nyrene, I quite like your tech abilities, so we're going to put all your points into tech. And overload. You know, one thing I've never tried is putting all my points for my squad mates into damage against cryo targets and then just use cryo ammo. Never done that. I think that'd be pretty neat, though. She's probably one there. You had the option to increase her biotic or tech power. Yeah, we're going tech. Let's do that. Sure, biotic protector. That's fine. It's a pretty interesting thing. It's kind of like a squad shield. I don't think I've ever used it. Ever. Ah, Nisei Katarn confirms. They did not say that. So they took something that wasn't a joke and made it a joke. What a weird thing. Get rid of these. Yeah, where? I was gonna say, I hear incoming, but where? I don't know why I did that. I am just in the open here. I need to get in cover. I'm gonna go for this engineer. Because the enemies spawn non-stop until you kill him.
Got him.
Alright, give me a break. Alright, we got an Atlas. We have to kill this first. Oh, dear God. I thought that was going to hit me. Looks like there's an enemy. Yeah, we have to do something about this guy here. Yeah. Oh, I don't like this one bit. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Oh, God, there was a grenade. I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Oh, it's going around. Oh. Metagel. Incinerate, and let's just change to Inferno ammo. Shut up. Shut up. I'm getting to the... I'll start your cannons up. I'm the one that's fighting these guys anyway. I don't see you providing any covering fire from across the bridge. Or if you are, it's entirely scripted and it won't do any damage. Yeah, I see those shots coming from across the bridge. Good job doing nothing. Oh, we got to get over there. I mean, we can make this simple here. We just pop that. We run on over. Pop. There we go. And that's done. That's true. A lot of strange things did happen with the Star Wars Special Edition. It's just, I mean, it's just such a weird change. Like, all the other stuff they just added, but that's something they took an existing scene, and they didn't remove an existing scene and replace it. They simply added one line to turn something that was not a joke into a joke. It's so fucking weird.
Nice guns. They'll keep the General's forces at bay for a while. Let's get inside.
Yeah, Darius, I really do need to put some info on my Twitch channel, because I've been consistently doing Wednesdays and Sundays, but I need to put the schedule on my page. It's just Twitch is always kind of an afterthought for me compared to YouTube. I just need to take like a half hour and spruce it up.
We're in. Lock it down.
Oh, okay.
Arya, I know this place is built like a fortress, but is it safe?
Maybe you felt safer.
Nyreen, you left Omega fairly angry with me.
Can't skip.
I wasn't aware you'd returned. Explain yourself.
The truth is I never left. In fact, I went to great lengths to keep from you.
I'm not easily duped.
I just...
Well, you always...
Talk is cheap.
All right, we get it. They used to be together. Now they're kind of at odds.
Nyreen, I know you're no threat to us. Your combat skills seem a little rusty. But you're still
That's really interesting, Katarn.
my duty, officer.
Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
Right.
Open the blast doors.
Keep an eye on her. All right, Shepard, we need to move. And I'd appreciate...
What will you be doing?
Checking in on my forces. It won't take...
So I really think the only main difference at the end is if you like use dual renegade dialogue options with Arya, then she makes some speech at the very end where she's like, I own this place and you're all mine. Whereas if you do the Paragon, she's like, I did this for the good of Omega, things are going to be great here now, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if there's something to pick up. I vaguely remember stuff to pick up here. Maybe that's in the mercenary base that we get to, not the gang base that we get to later. I don't know. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I like the idea that people are still arguing about whether it exists or not.
What's the trouble here?
Power inverters are shorting, trying to find a workaround, but no go.
And you know what? This makes it even better because I like the idea that LucasArts has purposefully left it vague and not given a clear answer on what it was supposed to be. You know, I really wish they gave me an opportunity to level up my weapons here, but I don't. I mean, we are sort of trapped on this space station, so. There's Arya. Get a quest from her.
I've been tasked with increasing this command center's control.
I think you can make her like turn her head all the way around if you position yourself just right.
Tapped various internal communication conduits, but I can only reach so far. There are terminals in Cerberus-controlled areas, and well, you could get your hands on them. When you find these terminals, a simple input code will give me access privileges and more influence on station systems.
Easy enough.
Good. I'll keep an eye on
There she is. She's turning her head way too much.
Thanks.
Hey, so I know this is the future and all, but something tells me even in the future, I'm no future I can't predict the future, but something tells me that overalls with no shirt underneath probably still aren't in fashion. Hacker lady. Just, you know, just letting you know. Something tells me you're not really keeping up with the styles. And I think that's it in here. Yeah, until we come back later.
How are we looking?
All systems operational. Full Omega schematics coming online now.
Let's take a look. I see. Shepard.
He's controlling access.
Many sections of...
Find the sword.
And we'll need a full...
I'll get on.
Shepard.
And we need to...
We've confirmed. Not my first choice.
We'll make them join.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna try to find the Talon gang.
To offload supplies when I looked back.
You lost her.
Well,
Avant-garde colonist
This
style.
bunker has secret. We have to... Shepard, I'll meet you at the armory exit when you're ready to go.
Primrose is on the right track. Okay, so now we can continue on to the next section.
I'll cross-reference with my station schematics to try and figure out...
Now tell me what's wrong.
hey, where you going?
Sit tight.
I think we actually do need
Now
to...
tell me what's wrong.
Power inverters are shorting, trying to find a workaround, but no go.
This is actually kind of interesting. They make you sit here and listen to these people in order to get the quest.
Carry inverters, bring them back here.
I'll see what I can do.
There we go. Assist the mechanic. So we should have both. That's not the right thing. Journal. Yeah, assist the mechanic, assist the hacker. I just give you a little XP. I don't think you really get anything. Mr. Robot, I've really wanted to watch that, but I haven't found a place to watch it. That show looks excellent, and from what I can tell, it's very accurate. I used to be a Unix sysadmin, and I've actually heard that from a technical perspective, it's fairly accurate.
Some mutually beneficial dealings and some occasional violence. The Talons weren't even a blip on our radar until the plague in 2180. Your little war against...
Not my intent. Are we enlisting them because they're good or because we need numbers?
That's war.
All soldiers know they're expendable.
Exactly. The Talons are mine already. They just don't know it yet. Just let me do the talking and...
I mean, I was a sysadmin in the lightest sense of the word. I had no prior experience, and I was mostly running scripts that someone else wrote. And I had access to do a lot of stuff, so I could do a lot of administrative things with file systems and that sort of thing, but beyond that, it was mostly just fire away, and that was it. Red sand?
That's odd. Why would they leave crates of red sand lying around like this?
Maybe they had something more important going on.
Not Darius. Profit is the only thing that matters to him. Anything else can burn.
What's up, imposter? I thought there was like an elevator here to... Nah, that must be a later area. Yeah, I mean, I know how to mount and that kind of stuff. It's just like... I wasn't very savvy prior to starting the position. Now I can kind of hold my own.
These air shafts should lead us to Talon territory.
The terminal is active. Thank you, Commander.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier, actually. I kind of like this DLC. Like, it's not the greatest thing to end all things. It doesn't have the most compelling story, but I found it unique. I found it to be a healthy amount of content. You know, it didn't... I think what people wanted when it came out is they wanted something that was going to add to the overall ending that already existed. They really want... You know, I did too. I really wanted something that may have expanded on the Reaper ending. But instead, we got Omega. So, you know, right away from that perspective, it was kind of lackluster. But what we... You know, based from that point on, I feel like it's a pretty strong expansion pack.
Power's offline.
There should be a control switch for the generator nearby.
Okay. Hey, but no, I have to do this first. Generator. No money. Hit this.
Looks like they were using this to observe the detainment centers.
What a challenging puzzle that was.
That tower is the Talon outpost we're heading for.
Looks like the Talons are giving as good as
I've
they
definitely done like a remove all on a root directory before. Definitely hosed a server completely and had to get it rebuilt. That's happened. But that was a long time ago. That was right when I was starting.
Understood.
I plan on playing probably until the Talon outpost, and then probably calling it a night. So, still got 15, 20 minutes. The beginning of it. You mean just like where you have no ammo in that first area? Because that is pretty tough. See you later, Darius. Have a good night. I know it's pretty late for you now. Let's just get rid of the shield pylon right away. And just blow this guy up. Boosh! Not quite enough. Ow! I will wait. I will go around. I can't go around. I take it back. That'd be an interesting little touch if you could blow up the grenades by shooting them on the ground when you like knew you were safely away. And you had to like set them off so you could run back into cover. Kind of neat. All right, this is dicey. I don't know why I was just standing out of cover, but we'll be fine. I'll just use Metagel. New and improved efficient Metagel. One of these consoles is the one we need. There it is.
My influence over station systems has just extended by 77%, Commander. Thank you.
Hey, no probs. Level 55! That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I forget what we're looking for that mechanic. I have no idea where it is. I don't know where to get it. I think it may be in the Talon base. Yeah, the stealth thing. I mean, that's just because there's no ammo. There's no ammo pickups, and that gun has, like, no ammo capacity. And it probably is a problem that mostly only exists on the hardest difficulty, where the enemies have enough health to make it challenging. That was very unfortunate for that man. I still really, really like this shotgun. Like, I would argue it's my favorite shotgun. If someone knows a shotgun that's similar to this one, I'd be willing to switch. I'm just using this one pretty frequently. Do this. And the last terminal should be in here. And we can get this guy up to get some XP.
I can monitor enemy movement in sectors 4 through 12 now. Excellent.
I think there were only 3. Yeah, it's gone already. We did finish it. Yeah, okay. So now we just need to get whatever that thing for the hacker is, which I'm pretty sure is in the Talon base. He had his earbuds in. Yeah, 77% is a little specific. If she would have said 75, 3/4, 2/3, more believable. 77, wrong. Yeah, and they have those shields, and they can spawn those drones. Like, they can infinitely spawn drones that you have to kill. The drones don't despawn unless you kill them. So there's just what is virtually an infinite enemy spawn with incredibly limited ammo. Very, very challenging. Oh dear. I regret everything. You damaged your own mech. Nice grenade, asshole. There we go. That guy had some longevity. I need to get rid of that turret. Need to get rid of it. Just blow it up. Nice. Look, he's taking the bullets for his turret. How adorable. One thing I kind of want to do from way back here is start getting rid of these shield pylons because they're very annoying, and I can one-hit them with energy pylon as long as I'm aiming directly at them. So I'm going to do this now so that when Cerberus floods in the back of the room later, they won't get all their shields. There may be another one way in the back. Like I said, in this particular expansion, they do like to hide shield pylons. They made the AI a little more effective by doing that, too. That was a pretty good grenade. Actually, that hit nothing. I take it back completely. You know, Arya, it'd be really cool if you did something. Actually, she may have just killed that mech for me. Good work. There is another shield pylon back there. God damn it. Can you... She doesn't have anything that would... There we go. There we go. It's going pretty well. No deaths yet. No deaths, again, no deaths since that terrible, terrible return night when I came back after not playing for like a month. I'm going to stay up here by the shield pylon. Just kill these guys with impunity. That smoke was rather ineffective. And get this fellow up. I don't know if I missed any, but all you did is some XP. I forget I was saying right before that. Oh, yeah, I haven't had any deaths since that Benning mission, that N7 Escort the Civilians mission. I had just come back from not playing for like a month, and then died like 4 or 5 times and just gave up and came back and did the mission the next time. Okay, yeah, she's the Talon leader. She's wearing the same uniform as them. We could have guessed.
Right. Alright.
We're coming with you.
You've improved your biotics since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
There was Metajo right there. Well, I think... Oh, no, we still haven't gotten to the Talon base. Once we get to the Talon base, there's like a holdout section. I'll play until then. I swear there's something in here. And if I forget it, I'm going to be sad. Very sad. It's probably just that... You know what? Sometimes there's a Phaeston in here. If you don't already have a Phaeston, which is the Turian assault rifle, there's one on the ground. That's what I think I'm missing. Where is Keith? I don't know. Keith's hard to get a hold of sometimes, you know? He's a busy guy. Big Beeman's back. Okay. I think there's another Atlas in this room.
Rampart mechs incoming.
God, these goddamn shield pylons are the worst. Destroy them. Really? Just get the no, get out of the way! Nah. That's fine. Let them come to me. I will blow them up with impunity. They're not getting close to me. Okay, they may be getting close to me, but we're fine. Would you... God, the shield pylons are so annoying. And I could have gotten rid of the one shield pylon that was causing me such a problem. I think I'm just going to go for the pylons here. There we go. That's going to help. There's the mech.
Cover their retreat.
There's a mech to cover their retreat. What retreat? They're robots. Those are the two things that Keith is absolutely doing. It's definitely one of those two. There's no other option. Apparently there's normal Cerberus troops in there too. Just gonna try to burn through this thing's shields. Oh god! Ooh, took that one right on the chin. thought it was pretty good, Brett. I liked the finale. I liked the show. It's very reminiscent to, I don't know why, but more than many other shows I've watched, it kind of gives me like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer Angel vibe. Mostly because it's a superhero show, and also that it's because a lot of the writers from that show work on Daredevil now. I've noticed. It's pretty neat. A lot of writers from those shows, the older shows, work on Daredevil. But I liked it. I thought it was as much of a development story about Fisk as it was about Daredevil himself. And very similar to a lot of superhero type things, I found that the supporting characters were way more intriguing than the Matt Murdock character himself. My issue, I took, not really a big issue, but what I found interesting about it was Fisk. Again, it was very much an origin story about Fisk, too. He just didn't, oh dear. He just didn't strike me as incredibly menacing or with any real motivation early on in the series. Like, why were all of these organizations afraid of him at the beginning? Why were they willing to work with him? It just didn't, I don't know, it didn't quite make sense to me. Even though I found him to be quite a compelling character. Where is what I'm looking for here? Where? I walked up the ladder. There must be a jump somewhere. I mean, I see this ladder. What am I missing? Is there another ladder that I walked by? Oh, god damn it. That's another thing. I live in the New York City metro area, so to hear them constantly talking about Hell's Kitchen as if it's its own city is funny to me. Like, oh, the city. I just want to improve this city. Hell's Kitchen can be great once again. Hell's Kitchen is like maybe 20 city blocks, and that's being generous. Maybe 20 blocks, but everything's like Hell's Kitchen, Hell's Kitchen. What a place, Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen is like the 20 blocks that are just north of Times Square that are basically completely homogenized into business areas now and has lost all of its neighborhood charm. So it's funny to hear it all about like Hell's Kitchen. Everything's Hell's Kitchen. I don't know. It's just jarring to hear it every time they talk about the city and then bring up Hell's Kitchen, which is a very minor neighborhood in Manhattan. Like, it's not anything like a neighborhood like you would think of a neighborhood in Brooklyn being like. So it's just funny to see the focus on that. And I understand that's from the source material, too. So there's no point in pointing out things about it, because that's just being nitpicky. It's just funny to hear the show, the way that the show refers to Hell's Kitchen as if it's its own city.
Finally, a little recognition. Actually, Arya, I'm Target Alpha.
Oh, she's Target Alpha. There's a fucking shield generator at the top there. We might be able to get that later. Love to get rid of this Phantom before it gets too close to me. Oh, come on. There we go. That was pretty effective. I would like to make Hell's Kitchen great again. When wasn't Hell's Kitchen great? Hell's Kitchen is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Manhattan. All right? It's you know, if you're talking about a great location to live, that's where most people want to be. I'll save you, Nyreen. Don't you worry. Use energy drain just because it stuns for a brief moment. Dead. And yes, I've been taking all the Renegade options just because I know that it makes Arya turn into a crazy asshole person later on. Isn't there a weapon upgrade somewhere over here? Did I miss it? There definitely is one around here. I'll check later. This is not the time. Yikeroonskis. Ah! Super advanced metagel. I'm going to be saying that pretty much every time. Can I? Not quite. Oh! Oh, that did work. Nyreen got her with the Incinerate, even though she wasn't technically in range. Can bend that concussive shot around the wall to finish up that guy. It's also funny to hear about Hell's Kitchen in relation to Gordon Ramsay, because it's not called that because it's like a cooking. It's not like in relation to cooking. So I don't know. It's just funny. The show has created some misconceptions, I suppose. I think the weapon upgraded. Did I already pick it up? Where the hell is that thing? Oh well, if I miss it, it's not the end of the world. Yes, it is. Where is it? I don't know. Did I already pick it up? I wasn't paying attention. I was rambling about Hell's Kitchen. Let's get rid of this shield pylon that's sneakily up there. Where the hell is that thing? It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Lockdown system's been compromised so many times it hardly knows up from down anymore.
It's fucking raw.
Irene to base. Need an engineer at the catwalk entrance. Door's jammed again. This may take a moment.
We might have some ammo problems here. We should be okay. An Atlas comes down. Actually, no, it doesn't. It just kind of hangs out at the top, if I'm not mistaken.
A long drop is the best way to get rid of unwanted guests around here.
So the door bypass may or may not be based on how many enemies you kill. I'm really not sure. So I'm just going to keep killing enemies regardless, and hopefully that'll speed it up. I could be using powers of some sort. I'm not doing it.
Are those doors open yet?
They're working on it. They've hacked the bridge controls.
I think basically once you'll see an Atlas mech start walking towards the edge, and there's two. That's when the doors will start to close. So they can still kill you, so I'm just going to stay in cover until these close. Because two Atlas mechs hitting you with their big arm cannons is going to kill you, like, instantly. Look at this guy wanting to jump down to his doom. Good thinking, buddy. Hello? Oh my, are you kidding me? He snuck that right through the closing door. What an asshole. Just a final fuck you, I suppose. You get, all right. This is what you get. You get to die in the worst way with a shotgun blast to the face. That probably isn't the worst way. It's probably very quick.
Hurry up. I need to get to my people.
The doors fucking look open, Arya.
Boss, it's good to see you, boss.
No deaths in Dark Souls 3. You know, I think I saw rumors of that, and didn't the creator even make a statement? He's like, I don't think it's possible. I think this person's lying.
We'll be evacuating this location as soon as possible.
Baby ducks and chickens.
With my people's work.
You sure can, as long as it's not a trolley link.
The group of civilians we managed to
I trust you, Hicks Rabbit. You've been around for a while, so don't fuck me with this. Links are always risky.
Also, routine sweeps reporting nothing new on the adjutant presence.
But if it's what you say it is, I know Big Tim would be interested too.
Creatures created by Cerberus. They eviscerate their victims' DNA, converting them into more adjutants.
Some kind of Reaper.
It got worse. If Cerberus hadn't found a way to contain them, the entire station would be infected by now.
Don't let yourself be deceived.
What I saw, now if you'll...
The adjutant.
Talk to Nyreen.
Here, we found more medical supplies. All yours.
Okay. I think what we're looking for the mechanic is in here somewhere. I just have to find it. I thought it was in here. There it is.
We're online.
See, and the mechanic just like spoke to me through like the ether. Hang on, I gotta send this link to Tara. She'll like it. Hey Tara. Yes? One of my viewers has baby ducks and baby chickens, and they appear to be friends.
In real life?
Yes. I'll send you the link. There you go. Those are cute.
Hey, Commander. I just wanted to say thank you.
No probs, buddy. I didn't really do anything. I just found you. Big Tim also enjoys the photo. Oh, 9:10. This is probably a good spot to stop. This is probably better than most spots to stop here. And then next time I stream, I will go ahead and probably finish up this DLC and then continue moving on. I wish I had some sort of consistent sign-off that rather than just being like, all right, bye. But I had a nice time tonight. It was an engaging conversation. I appreciate all of you sticking around and chatting with me. So I'll see you next time. I think I might try to stream over the weekend at some point rather than waiting until next Wednesday. So I'll make an announcement video if that is the case. But if not, Definite Wednesday has been doing every Wednesday. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye now.